Now, point number 3, super move number 3, know your competitive advantage. Now, you right here, study your company and your products and services in relation to what your competitors offer. Know where and how you stand out and where you don't. Be prepared to discuss these comparisons at any moment. Mm-hmm. Jim, unload the truth cannon, my friend.
Most people don't know beans about their competition because they don't take time to study them. They figure if I've got my stuff together, why would I want to bother learning about them? But there are parts of your competitors that are better than what you've got to offer, almost always. And if you don't know what your edge is, then you can't emphasize that edge. So I would say analyze your top competitors. Find out who your top 2 or 3 competitors are, who people think about instead of you,
right,
or in addition to you, and find out what they really do well. And don't try to run your competitor down so that the customer likes you better. Recognize and acknowledge what the competitor does well, and then build up what you do even better.
I want to give an example of this real quick. I worked with a cosmetic surgeon years ago, and
you worked as a cosmetic.
Yeah, a few years ago, I was hacking away on people. I'd read a couple books about Maslow, and I started doing some cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, why not? I've got a knife.
Yeah. Well, anyway, no, I was working with this cosmetic surgeon, and what we did is we sent in a friend of his to mystery shop the competition, to go in for appointments. Now,
that's an excellent idea, by the way. Mystery shopping.
They did not go in and schedule multiple reconstructive surgeries. No, they went in and they did they found out that one.
I'm sorry.
Are you thinking Michael Jackson?
The person comes back, hey, our competition is really not good at Jaws.
Well, rumor has it this is how Michael Jackson got started. He just was mystery shopping for competitors.
I actually know the brother of the surgeon that did Michael Jackson.
Really?
I do.
Is he confident in his surgery?
He fired Michael Jackson, and Michael went to another surgeon.
Well,
because Michael was doing too much of it.
Well, I want to now. This person, they go into the cosmetic surgery place, and they go in, and there is one, and this just speaks to your system. They go in, and the sales consultant actually sits down with them and goes over and says, "Okay, now I have a checklist I want to go through. When was the last time you had your skin tested for age spots or moles, cancerous moles?" Mm-hmm. Then they go, "I haven't done that." Okay. Uh-huh. When was the last time that you? When was the last time that have you qualified to see if you qualify for care credit, which is a kind of financing? No. Well, they go through this, and at the end of it, the mystery shopper comes back to us and says, we need to do this.
Yeah.
They're pre-qualifying people there. And she goes, at the end of that evaluation, I almost scheduled my mole screening right there because I felt like they took that and we brought it back to our office. And we realized, okay, we're doing really good in this area, and we're beating them in this area, but they are really beating us on the presentation. They have a checklist, they have a system. So I think this is really, really this is a huge idea if we do this.
It is. And plus, think about that specific example. What it was doing was revealing to the customer in his or her own mind and words why they should buy your services. Well, so that kind of a questionnaire process is a revelation of need, basically.
Well, I want to ask you this question, because I think there's thrivers who are probably thinking this. So I'm going to kind of ask you the devil's advocate.
Okay.
So many self-help gurus say, well, the only competition you have is yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not, the only competition you have is yourself. And I think maybe philosophically you might agree to certain parts of that. But what do you get to the guy who says, well, the guy who's watching right now, or the lady, it's probably not a guy. It's probably not a thriver. It's someone else.
Yeah,
but they're going.
A guy is not gender.
Yeah, there you go. They're just saying, hey, my biggest competition is myself, Jim.
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
I would say, then beat your competition.
Okay. All right.
Not with a stick, but outperform the person that you're competing with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay, so action items right now. Just make sure that you check out your competition, at least your top 3 competitors, and know what they do. And I recommend making a spreadsheet of the benefits of the things they do better than you, or the things they do, and then the things you do, and compare them.
Well, and you can look at the sales cycle, look at what I call the 8 competencies in the sales cycle, and use that as your checklist. What do they do in preparation? What do they do in targeting the right customers? What do they do in assessing the needs? and connecting with the customer? What do they do in solving their problem and showing the solutions? What do they do in confirming the sale? What do they do in assuring satisfaction? What do they do in managing sales and managing salespeople?
I encourage you guys right now, I mean, within the next 72 hours, do this. Make a spreadsheet and list all your competitors, things they do well, all the things you do well, and begin to compare that, and it will absolutely change your business when you become aware of your strengths, your weaknesses. You have to know it.
Tony Alessandra and I, Dr. Tony Alessandra and I, wrote a book together years ago called How to Be Your Own Sales Manager. It's still in print, and it has some exercise sheets, worksheets in there specifically on that. So look it up. It's probably available on Amazon. Be Your Own Sales Manager by Jim Cathcart and Tony Alessandra.
Okay, be your own sales manager.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think we had Dr. John Monarchy as our third co-author in there.
Well, I'm going to make sure that we put the book cover up on the screen here. We'll make
Okay.
sure we put a link
Good.
to it so you can find it easily there, Thrivers.